in order to play the chords, this is what we're going to do. I'm gonna use the fret, the capo as 0, right? And so this is going to be 1, 2, 3. All right, because it's just easier to think that way when you're playing with the capo. For the most part, this is the G that I recommend you use for this song. That is going to be your pinky on the E string, 3rd fret. That's finger number 4. Remember, we go 1, 2, 3, 4 with our fingers. Okay, so finger 4, 3rd fret, E string. Finger 3, 3rd fret of the B string. All right, and then we're reaching all the way across with finger number 2 to the 3rd fret of the low E string, and finger number 1 goes to the 2nd fret of the A string. Okay, and that's how you're going to play your G chord. Okay. All right, after that we've got an E minor, and how you'll get to that in the beginning, the very first of the song goes from G to an E minor. And what you can do is you can use an anchor here, and that pointer finger there can be your anchor, where you're going to lift everything up. And so this is the 2nd fret, finger number 1, 2nd fret of the 2nd string, the A string, and you're going to put your finger number 2 on the 2nd fret of the D string. Okay, now that's an E minor. Now you may, if you have a different set of music, it may say E minor 7. What you can do is you can just leave these fingers here from the G. That seems to be a bit of a stretch for most beginners. Even this is technically an E minor 7, so any of that will work. If you see me do that later on, that's what's going on, is that that's technically an E minor, that's an E minor, but the easier way is to do this. Okay, so G, E minor, and then a D. We're gonna start with finger number 2, 2nd fret of the E string, finger number 1, 2nd fret of the G string, finger number 3, 3rd fret of the B string. And remember, on this one, when you strum, you don't want to strum all of them, because that's not very pretty for a D. You want to strum the bottom 4 fingers, bottom 4 strings, sorry. Okay, that's your D. And then for the C, what you're going to do is you're going to do 1st fret. Actually, let's do this version. We'll do your pinky on the 3rd fret, E string. So finger number 4, 3rd fret, E string. Finger number 3, 3rd fret of the B string. Reach across with your middle finger, and that's finger number 3 of the low E string. Finger number 1 is sorry, I got distracted here. All right, so your C chord, you're going to start with finger number 4, 3rd fret of the high E string, finger number 3, 3rd fret of the B string. You're going to reach across, not all the way to the bottom string, but the next string up. That's going to be your C there, and that's going to be that's the C note on the A string there, with your finger number 2, and finger number 1 goes right behind it on the D string, 2nd fret. Okay, so that's your C. Okay. Okay. Now, that is all of the chords of this song. Now, what I am leaving in this song are some complicated ones at the end. You'll notice at the very end of the song, things get a little bit funky. And so let's talk about how to play those chords. Okay, at the very end, the last chorus says, "So I throw up my hands, praise you again and again." And then there's a D minor. Yeah. So the D minor, you're going to play it like this. Finger number 1, 1st fret, the high E string. Finger number 2 is going to be string number 3, which is the G string, 2nd fret, and finger number 3 goes to the 3rd fret of the B string. Okay. And again, you're not going to strum all of these, but you're going to strum the bottom few there. Okay. All right, that's your D minor. And then we're going to go to a C that we've already learned. Hallelujah. Okay, and then this chord right here. All right, now that's a little bit complicated. It is a bar chord. Let's teach you an easier way to play this, which is like this. Now, that doesn't look much easier, but trust me, it is. All right, this is how you do it. You do pointer finger, 3rd fret on the high E string, finger number 2 on the 4th fret of the B string, And then you're going to take finger number 4, your pinky, and do that next string, next fret. Okay, so that's going to be, let's see, fret number 5 with finger number 4 on the G string, and then fret number 5, finger number 3 on the D string. And you're just going to play those fingers. Okay, so this is going to take some practice, okay, because you're going to have to go from here. Hallelujah, hallelujah. And I know it's not much, I'm nothing else fit for a king, except for a heart singing hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, and that's how you play the chords there at the very end of the song. All right, so I hope that that's helpful. Now what we're going to do is talk about the strum pattern a little bit.